One of the oldest religions in the world is Jainism, or traditionally known as Jain Dharma. Originating from ancient India, this philosophy centers around concepts such as right perception, right knowledge, and right conduct in the attainment of moksha, or realization of the soul's true nature. The concept of ahimsa, or nonviolence, is of equally great importance. Thus, with compassion for all life, practitioners of Jainism follow a pure vegetarian or vegan diet. Jains follow the ancient wisdom of the 24 Tirthankaras, or prophets, whose teachings comprise the Agam Sutras, the religion's holy scriptures. Lord Mahavira, who is considered to be the last Tirthankara, was born around 5th to 6th century BCE as a prince of the ancient kingdom of Vaishali. He later forsook his royal status to pursue the spiritual path. After attaining Kaval Janan, or all-knowing intuitive vision, he spent the rest of his life giving discourses on spiritual truths, which form the present-day tenets of Jainism. We present to you today excerpts of the first lecture from the second book of Jainism's Akaranga Sutra, entitled Begging of Food.
Seventh lesson. A monk or a nun on a begging tour should not accept food, etc., which has been placed on a post or pillar or beam or scaffold or loft or platform or roof or some such like elevated place, for such food fetched from above is impure and unacceptable. The Kevalin, one who has attained omniscience, says, "This is the reason." The layman might fetch and erect a stool or a bench or a ladder or a handmill, get upon it, and getting upon it fall or tumble down. Thus he might hurt his foot or arm or breast or belly or head or some other part of his body, or he might kill or frighten, or bruise or smash or crush or afflict or pain or dislocate all sorts of living beings. Therefore he should not accept such like food, etc., fetched from above.
A monk or a nun on a begging tour should not accept food, etc., which a layman, for the sake of the mendicant, has taken from a granary or vault by contorting himself up and down and horizontally, thinking that such like food is brought from underground. A monk or a nun on a begging tour should not accept food, etc., which is kept in earthenware. The Kavalan, or one who has attained omniscience, says, "This is the reason. The layman might, for the sake of the mendicant, break the earthen vessel containing the food, etc., and thereby injure the earth body, in the same way he might injure the fire body, the wind body, plants and animals. By putting it again in earthenware, he commits the pakakama sin. Hence it has been said to the mendicant, etc., that he should not accept food, etc., which is put in earthenware."
A monk or a nun on a begging tour should not accept food, etc., placed on the earth body, the wind body, the fire body, for such food is impure and unacceptable. The Kevalin, one who has attained omniscience, says, "This is the reason. A layman might, for the sake of the mendicant, stir or brighten the fire, and taking the food, etc., down from it, might give it to the mendicant. Hence it has been said, etc., that he should accept no such food."
When a monk or a nun on a begging tour sees that a layman might, for the sake of the mendicant, cool too hot food, etc., by blowing or fanning with a winnowing basket or a fan, or a palm leaf, or a branch, or a part of a branch, or a bird's tail, or a peacock's tail, or a cloth, or a corner of a cloth, or the hand, or the mouth, they should, after consideration, say to the householder or his wife, "O long-lived one," or "O sister, do not blow or fan the hot food, etc., with a winnowing basket, etc., but if you want to give it me, give it as it is." After these words, the other might give it after having blown or fanned it with a winnowing basket, etc. Such like food they should not accept, because it is impure and unacceptable.
A monk or a nun on a begging tour should not accept food, etc., which is placed on vegetable or animal matter, for such food is impure and unacceptable. A monk or a nun on a begging tour should not accept water which has been used for watering flour or sesamum or rice, or any other such like water which has been recently used for washing, which has not acquired a new taste, nor altered its taste or nature, nor has been strained, for such like water is impure and unacceptable. But if it has long ago been used for washing, has acquired a new taste, has altered its taste or nature, and has been strained, it may be accepted, for it is pure and acceptable.
When a monk or nun on a begging tour finds water used for washing sesamum, chaff, or barley, or rainwater, or sour gruel, or pure water, they should, after consideration, say to the householder or his wife, "O long-lived one," or "O sister, will you give me some of this water?" Then the other may answer him, "O long-lived Shramana," or wandering monk, "take it yourself by drawing it with, or pouring it in your bowl." Such like water, whether taken by himself or given by the other, he may accept. A monk or a nun on a begging tour should not accept such water as has been taken from the bare ground, etc., or water which the layman fetches in a wet or moist or dirty vessel, mixing it with cold water. This certainly is the whole duty, etc. Thus I say.
8th lesson. A monk or a nun on a begging tour should not accept juice of mangoes, juice of wood apples, citrons, grapes, wild dates, pomegranates, coconuts, bamboos, jujubes, myrobalans, tamarinds, or any such like liquor containing particles of the shell or skin or seeds, which liquor the layman, for the sake of the mendicant, pressed, strained, or filtered through a basket, cloth, or a cow's tail, for such liquor is impure and unacceptable.
When a monk or a nun on a begging tour smells, in travelers' houses or garden houses or householders' houses, the scent of food or drink or sweet scents, they should not smell them, being indifferent against smell, and not eager or desirous or greedy or covetous of the pleasant smell. This is the whole duty, etc. Thus I say.
Ninth lesson. In the east or west or south or north, there are some faithful householders, etc., all down to servants who will speak thus: "It is not meet that those illustrious, pious, virtuous, eloquent, restrained, controlled, chaste ascetics, who have ceased from sensual intercourse, should eat or drink food, etc., which is adharkamika. Let us give to the ascetics all food, etc., that is ready for our use, and let us, afterwards, prepare food for our own use." Having heard such talk, the mendicant should not accept such like food, etc., for it is impure and unacceptable.
A monk or a nun on a begging tour, or in their residence, or on a pilgrimage from village to village, who know that in a village or scot-free town, etc., dwell a mendicant's near or remoter relations, that is to say, a householder or his wife, etc., should not enter or leave such houses for the sake of food or drink. The Kavalan, or one who has attained omniscience, says, "This is the reason. Seeing him, the other might, for his sake, procure or prepare food, etc. Hence it has been said to the mendicant, etc., that he should not enter or leave such houses for the sake of food or drink."
Knowing this, he should go apart and stay where no people pass or see him. In due time he may enter other houses, and having begged for alms which are acceptable and given out of respect for his cloth, he may eat his dinner. If the other has, on the mendicant's timely entrance, procured or prepared foods, etc., which is adharkamika, he might silently examine it and think, "Why should I abstain from what has been brought?" As this would be sinful, he should not do so. But after consideration he should say, "O long-lived one," or "O sister, as it is not meet that I should eat or drink food, etc., which is adad-mikar, do not procure or prepare it. If after these words the other brings and gives him adad-mikar food, which he has prepared, he should not accept such like food, etc., for it is impure and unacceptable.
A monk or a nun on a begging tour might, of the received quantity of food, eat only the sweet-smelling parts and reject the bad-smelling ones. As this would be sinful, they should not do so, but they should consume everything, whether it be sweet-smelling or bad-smelling, and reject nothing. A monk or a nun on a begging tour might, of the received quantity of drink, imbibe only the well-flavored part and reject the astringent part. As this would be sinful, they should not do so, but they should consume everything, whether it be well-flavored or astringent, and reject nothing.
A monk or a nun, having received a more than sufficient quantity of food, might reject the superfluous part without having considered or consulted fellow ascetics living in the neighbourhood, who follow the same rules of conduct, are agreeable and not to be shunned. As this would be sinful, they should not do so. Knowing this, they should go there and after consideration say, O long-lived Swamanas, wandering monks, this food, etc. is too much for me. Eat it or drink it. After these words, the other might say, O long-lived Swamana, wandering monk, we shall eat or drink as much of this food or drink as we require, or we require the whole, we shall eat or drink the whole. This is the whole duty, etc. Thus I say.
10th lesson. A single mendicant, having collected alms from many, might, without consulting his fellow ascetics, give them to those whom he lists. As this would be sinful, he should not do so. Taking the food, he should go there, where his teacher, etc. is, and speak thus, O long-lived Shramana, or wandering monk, there are near or remote spiritual relations of mine, a teacher, a sub-teacher, a religious guide, a stavira, or one of two main sectarian groups in early Buddhism, a head of a Ganya, or disciples of Shiva, a Ganyadhara, a founder of a Ganya. Forsooth, I shall give it to them. The other may answer him, Well now, indeed, O long-lived one, give such a portion, as much as the other commands, thus much he should give. If the other commands the whole, he should give the whole.
A single mendicant, having collected agreeable food, might cover it with distasteful food, thinking, the teacher or sub-teacher, etc., seeing what I have received, might take it himself. Indeed, I shall not give anything to anybody, as this would be sinful. He should not do so. Knowing this, he should go there, where the other mendicants are, should put the vessel in his outstretched hand, show it with the words, this, and hide nothing. A single mendicant, having received some food, might eat what is good and bring what is discoloured and tasteless, as this would be sinful. He should not do so. This is the whole duty, etc. Thus I say.
It has been our pleasure to have you with us for today's episode of Between Master and Disciples. Animal World, our co-inhabitants, is up next after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. With heaven's blessings, we wish you much joy and happiness in your daily life.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/BMD.